What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Wrasslin Room. I am Bianca Belair's sewing machine, and I have my lovely co-host here with me.
It's your boy. I'm the spray that Bobby puts on his bald head to make it shine in the morning time. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Or afternoon, or good night. God, I hope God is blessing y'all. Gang shit.
But I question this every day. Every day.
What?
I
Oh,
question
question
this
Jesus.
every day. Oh, not the Lord, you.
Oh.
Every day. So we've been on like a 2-week hiatus because I was outside being a hot girl.
Oh. Makes me a cold boy then, I guess.
Yeah, you be indoors and stuff. My birthday passed. I went to DreamCon. I actually met some wrestling fans at DreamCon. That was pretty fun. There was like a whole dickhead. There was like a whole like wrestling panel, and I promised the dude that was holding the panel that I was gonna go, and then we ended up leaving the con, so I didn't get a chance to like attend the panel. But I hope that it was amazing and that they did good wrestling things. He had a commemorative belt, and it made me realize that I am going to get a replica no matter how much it costs, because that belt was light and plastic all the way. All the
What belt
way.
was it?
It was the big gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then another guy that I met, he had Kofi's signature series belt. And he said that he met Kofi at Mania and Kofi signed it, but the signature worn off. And I looked him right in his face. I said, the moment that Kofi signed that belt, it would have went into retirement and I would have never touched it again. He said like it wore off like that same night. Back to the hotel. I wouldn't have touched it no more. Cause the
Yeah.
leather. They're fucking
Yeah.
leather, and then like y'all are signing them with Sharpies. When Sharpies get warm, like Sharpie ink get warm, and it's not on like a paper surface or whatever, it's still rubbable. Like after Wood signed my up down down belt, I put it back in the case and put it in my pocket and didn't touch it no more. I still haven't touched it to this day. It's still in the case. I'm actually looking at it right now. Yeah, it's still in the case. You would
You
have
know
thought I
they.
forgot I had that shit that day. Remember that? Remember that day at fucking at World?
Yeah.
I showed it to you and then I just put it back in my pocket.
The last time I saw it. That's so funny.
So, sir, what are some of your hot takes for the last 2 weeks in the wrestling world as far as everything, since you've been
Oh.
a content creator on the YouTube platform a lot these days?
Oh yeah. I don't know if I should break. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that at the moment. I'm not fully sure on that yet. But there's a lot of goofy things going on. You know what I'm saying? Mostly on the AEW side of things, but Triple H is also doing some goofy things as well. But if I could narrow down one hot take, um, I think I would say that hmm, for some reason, World Wrestling Entertainment has a distrust and or dislike towards Bailey, and I'm angry. That's probably my first. That's my biggest one at the moment. I would say.
Is it the lack of attention she got during her reign?
I'm talking about the lack of attention she got during her career. The rain is just the parsley on top of the piece of pie that we've been given to us, that has been given to us for the past few years.
Well, do you think that that comes with her wanting to turn heel? Because when she was the hugger, I mean,
No, because even with that, as marketable as that was, they cut that off fairly short.
Or she asked to be healed. She thought she did all she could do as the hugger. She said this in an interview like last week.
That's cool. My issue isn't her in the heel and the face turns. It doesn't matter at the moment. My issue is no matter what side of the coin she's on, how are you treating her as a priority? And why aren't you treating her as if she is as equal to the other horsewomen? Because if we're talking about treatment and who the company treats better, they treat Becky a lot better. They treat Charlotte a lot better. And half the time they treated Mercedes a lot better until she left. But for the most part, they treated Mercedes a lot better. They don't treat Bailey the same way.
I'm gonna throw the race card out there. She's Mexican. They don't
I'm not gonna.
care.
Hey, I'm not even gonna do that.
Sasha is half black. I'm gonna slap that on the table too. So they're gonna definitely treat the white ones better, 100%. You know, definitely
I'm
gonna
not
throw the
even
race card
gonna.
on the table.
You got that. I'm not gonna use that card. I'm gonna use the card of this is stupid. Use that card because like they're that seems too base level, and that seems too like no that like that's goofy. No, there seems like there's something else that is less surface level than all what's her race or ethnicity. There's something else going on. I don't know if it's not trusting her body as far as injuries go, but and this goes with the fans too, because people don't speak about Bailey the way they speak about Becky, Charlotte, and Mercedes. When Bailey, unlike the other three, Bailey has no holes in her game. Find one. Find one. I'm not even the biggest Bailey fan, but as soon as she won at WrestleMania, I was like, okay, maybe this is gonna do it. I've never been the biggest Bailey fan, but now I'm sitting here like this has been happening for a long time now. They threatened Becky with championship runs. Charlotte has a Charlotte in the bank. She can cash in whenever she comes back. I don't care who's champion. You know Charlotte's gonna get a title shot as soon as she comes back. And even though Mercedes is not in the company anymore, she had multiple championship runs. When she lost the championship, she would win it right back. Tag team championship runs, WrestleMania main events. Ellie has the stats for all this. She has the stats to match up with Becky, Charlotte, and Mercedes, but she does not have the star power and or the attention given to her. And the latest example of that is she did nothing memorable from WrestleMania when she lost at SummerSlam. She fought Piper, bad match, boring. She fought Naomi on SmackDown. We all knew Naomi wasn't going to win that match. She fought Nia Jax. We all knew what was going to happen with that because Nia Jax won the tournament.
Why are we skipping France? She had a triple threat in France.
I forgot about that match.
Yeah, it was Tiffany, Naomi, and Bailey because Tiffany felt like she should have gotten the title shot over Naomi, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I don't think. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. That match may not have been that bad.
Yeah,
Probably.
it wasn't a bad
I
match.
definitely forgot about that one though. But even so, that doesn't save anything to me. At least it doesn't save it. You know. Even wait a minute. What was I forget? What was the reasoning between it being a triple threat anyway?
Um, well, she was giving Naomi the chance because they're like really close or whatever. She felt like she deserved a title shot, and Tiffany would come out week by week and just fucking obliterate whatever chances they had. It was the first time that she gave her the chance, right? She was calling for Naomi, but Tiffany came out, and it was right after Jimmy had got his fucking neck snapped by his brother and play cousin. So it was that promo where Naomi was like, "Little girl, you picked the wrong night to piss me off, or the wrong night to mess with me." And then they were supposed to have the match on SmackDown, and Tiffany caused a DQ in that match. And then they were just like, "Fuck it, we're gonna make it a triple threat."
I remember that build now.
Yeah.
Even with that, I wish we get away from the champion has a championship and it's like, hey, you're my friend. I'm gonna give you a championship shot. Why? Because friendship. Yay. I
I
don't
feel
like
like
that.
they were trying to lead to Naomi turning on her, but there was also a lot of other things that were going on too, because like they had that 4-woman tag that led to that meme that Tiffany posted on her story. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. And they were kind of forcing Bianca and Bailey to work together. So they were like teasing that beef again too, and then like it just disappeared. Um and then again, like I was saying, they were teasing like a like tension, like fake tension between those two, between Naomi and Bailey, and then it was just like so now we're at a point where Naomi's just floating in Bailey's title list. But I kind of figured after the whole Queen of the Ring thing that the reason why that Nia won probably was to take the belt off of Bailey. Because they didn't do anything with Io's reign either. Io was
I feel
just
like
walking
Io
around with the
had
fucking
direction.
belt.
I feel like Io had and didn't Io get hurt during her run or no? Was
No.
that after?
Io Sky, I don't think she's been hurt at all.
I thought
Asuka
she got hurt
is
like halfway
gone.
through. I know Oscar was. I thought Io got hurt too. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Io had direction though, because we all knew what that was leading to at WrestleMania. We all knew that was leading to like a certain point with Bailey beating her.
I feel
No
like
one knew. But
a lot of the stories leading up to Mania that had titles involved did the title change, and then like everything fell flat. Except
Bailey
for
was the big example.
except for the whole Rhea and Liv Morgan thing. I think other than that, everything else felt like really, really flat.
The bloodline stuff that will never fall.
I mean, but like they killed Paul, so who's writing?
Nobody.
because every time they do like, you know, like the backstage like walking to the ring like thing, Paul's not sitting at his desk. So where the fuck is Paul Heyman? I'm about to cue up I'm about to cue up that sound of Sky from Black Ink. Where the fuck y'all at?
That brother gone. He got put to the table mad long ago by some dude with a suit and gloves on, who I was told to acknowledge, and I refused.
First of all, Solo wasn't involved in that. Calm down.
So what he do? What?
He commanded the rest of the bloodline to do such, but he didn't touch Paul.
If you command a hit on someone, you did it. You are
Jacob, Tama, and Loa are the ones that put him through the table. Solo's hands are clean.
Oh, they're not. He got them nasty gloves on. They're not clean. Stupid gloves. I don't like him.
I just choked on my juice. Fuck off.
I hope that the real tribal chief, the original tribal chief, is back.
Well, we'll see tonight.
They can fix Solo, please. Fix him.
We'll see tonight.
Fix him, please. I'm
tired of it. I'm happy you brought Roman up. I saw a post on Instagram today, and Solo is 2 for 2 with spears from Roman at SummerSlam.
What does that mean?
He got speared last year by Roman as well.
Oh. Wait.
But that one was an accident. This year wasn't no fucking accident. No. Against the tribal combat match. Jay moved out the way and Solo got the bottom half of his body taken off and then proceeded to cuss Roman out in the middle of that match. Which is why I always tell people that was the start. Well, kind of like the SmackDown before Money in the Bank was kind of like the start of Solo not really fucking with Roman, because the Usos came out and they were like, I don't want to be the tribal chief. I don't want to be the tribal chief, but you know who we think should be the tribal chief? And then they looked at Solo, and then Roman started laughing, and then he looked at Solo and he realized Solo wasn't laughing and was like, oh shit, this motherfucker might be for real. And then they lost that match. Then some more bullshit happened. Then we get to tribal combat. He interferes in the match. And then he spears him. And then he gets cussed out in Samoan. And yeah, so he's kind of already been feeling some type of way. He even said it, like he mentioned it in that promo. When he was like that, when Roman comes back, he's gonna have to acknowledge me. he mentioned Roman laughing in his face at that SmackDown in London.
I would have laughed in his goofy face too.
That's crazy because he didn't even say anything. He was just standing there. What you laughing at me
Yeah,
for? I didn't say the shit.
he looks stupid standing there. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it. No, you're not. I'm gonna handle it. You didn't handle nothing. Florida has not handled anything since Roman been
But
gone.
I don't know. We gotta address the weak comment. He called Roman weak, so we'll see. I don't know. I think that's gonna be the main event of SmackDown tonight is the Bloodline and Roman Reigns.
We're gonna find out who weak. We're gonna learn him something out of this foolishness.
Does Cody think his biggest op?
I mean, he has to. Well, actually, he doesn't have to. It's more kind of like what's understood doesn't need to be explained. You know what I'm saying? They had their moment already of like staring deep into each other's eyes. Everything is fine at the moment. The Cody's not even a factor at the moment. After Solo gets situated, then maybe. But I can't imagine Cody thanks Roman. Well, actually, Cody probably would walk out there smiling. Hey, thanks, guy. Roman may not say you're welcome, but I mean, Cody's not even the subject right now.
Does Paul come back tonight too? Or
That
is
would make it a lot easier.
he really, really dead?
No, he'll be fine.
Mm.
You brush it off. He'll be fine.
I miss Paul Heyman.
I would prefer if him and Jim come back tonight.
No!
I don't want to. I'm trying to stress it out. Why are you killing?
I don't want
Why are
Jimmy
you
anywhere behind Roman Reigns. He has to
He's
settle.
going to be behind them.
He has to settle that shit with Solo by himself. I don't want. He can align himself with
Oh,
Roman after he situate Lil Bro. Like I just don't want him to be
he's
back.
not gonna beat him.
I don't want him to be back in Roman's shadow because he never wanted to be there in the first fucking place.
Let me ask you something.
Hmm.
If he never wanted to be in the shadow, why did he go back in the shadow?
Solo walked up to that nigga and said, you not out till we say you out, bitch. And then guess what happened? He said he was out after WrestleMania. We ain't seen that nigga since.
See, this is what happens when Jay goes over to Raw and he just becomes super. Everyone loves him, man. Now, everyone's confused. Solo is cosplaying. Jimmy's don't know what he's doing.
But the thing, I'm gonna keep saying this. He literally told Jay why he did what he did, and it seems like everybody just fucking ignored the shit. He said,
That's cool.
he said, I'm not on this motherfucker's side. That's not what this is. But what I want from you is to understand that I don't want you to become like him. And what the fuck happened to Solo? Solo got named the heir. Roman lost the title, and Solo immediately went into tribal chief mode because that's what he was told he was supposed to fucking do. I don't know why everyone's missing that too. And then he became the asshole, and now everybody's like, well, why is Solo being a dickhead? Jimmy tried to tell y'all. Like, what the...
Well, who is Jimmy to just assume that he knows how Jay is going to react to all that power?
Jay's first idea of becoming tribal chief was to get rid of Paul. So that was already gonna be some shit. Ain't that what Solo did?
Yeah.
Okay then.
But Solo and Jay have two different temperaments. Jay hasn't been that angry since Sammy was jumping around.
And who's to say where that could have been that times 100?
That's hearsay. Like no one knows.
I don't give a damn what the tribal chief says. That nigga should have worked that night.
And that people talking about, oh, let's bring Sammy back for what? So Jay can stop being happy again. I don't care if they became friends afterwards. The most of Jay's stress came from Sammy being there. I don't care if they could be friends all they want now. When the whole dynamic comes back together again, the same problem may arise, especially if it comes down to wins and losses. And I still have not seen if Jimmy was trying to prevent Jay from being what Roman was, Solo did it without a championship at all, with barely any wins. So what are we talking about here? Solo was going to do it either way.
Well, Solo thinks Roman's a weak ass bitch, so there's that too.
That's also a terrible plot point.
He's
How you
like he's
lose for the
like
first time in
base
3 years?
basically he's just like Roman has been leading with like his heart the entire time. I'm not finna do that. I'm gonna lead with fucking violence and I'm gonna fuck shit up.
And hasn't won a match. Finally wins the tag team championships after DIY had him for a week, which also makes no sense. Like that's what I keep trying to explain. Y'all can tell me all the lore, that the lore is cool, but if there's holes in the lore, I can't subscribe to that.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
he was trying to build back up. So the tag titles being in the bloodline, the next step would have been him getting the title from Cody, but we know that they weren't going to give Cody give the title up that fucking fast. He has more of a story to tell. And if I would hope that they also don't try and add um Cody into this as like this in the Sammy role, because that's gonna piss me off. Don't do that. Like, figure out what the fuck y'all want to do with Cody Rhodes, because I understand that y'all haven't had to write for the champion for 4 fucking years, but do something, because the people are getting angry and they're blaming it on Cody when they should be blaming it on Triple H.
Let me ask you something.
Hmm.
Solo got mad at Jimmy for losing at WrestleMania.
Correct.
Beat him up real bad.
Put a chair around his neck, killed him. Yeah.
Solo lost at SummerSlam.
Correct.
Is he going to spike himself?
No.
Why?
He's gonna go out there and he's going to make every excuse because, again, not tribal, bloodline rules was in the favor of Cody more than it was in the favor of the bloodline.
Plot hole number 72. How in the world does bloodline rules affect the guy who's in the blood?
That's what I didn't understand about it for WrestleMania either. It was like bloodline rules, and
Oh,
then everybody who came out during that
yeah.
match helped Cody. Like, what the fuck? No, like,
Oh,
Cody didn't get
hey,
touched.
the reason bloodline rules would have worked if it meant only people who are
From
on
the
Roman's
on side,
side.
yeah.
So it's like 10 versus 1.
Like, nigga, why you get help too? Like, what the fuck?
John Cena's not Samoan or Undertaker. As far as I know.
Those are white
So
men.
on what planet does bloodline rules help Cody, who also, as far as I know, is not Samoan?
Yeah, when I heard Kevin and Randy's music, it kind of pissed me off because it was like, this is WrestleMania all over again, and it felt like the bloodline rules should the bloodline rules should only apply to the bloodline. It should not apply to the other person in the ring as well. That's just stupid. Like, when they said the stipulation, I said, "Oh, we're fucked." Like, the most predictable people aside from Roman came out. Like, yeah, we felt maybe Roman would come back, but you have, like, his only allies are Randy and Kevin. Now, I heard that awkward gap after Jacob hurt himself was supposed to be Jay, but Jacob had already neutralized himself, so there was no need for Jay. Also heard that was bullshit, and that Jacob being hurt was all a work, and it was to keep him and Roman from interacting with each other in that moment.
Both of those things can be true. And that's why I'm very worried for Mr. Sokoa, because the moment Jacob and Roman getting that ring together, nothing else matters at that point.
It's gonna be mad aura. Like there's like everybody's gonna be like fucking salivating in the arena.
I'm gonna take my shirt off.
And I hope that I'm there to witness it. Please do that shit in December.
And
Please.
God forbid Jacob opens his mouth and starts speaking. Oh God!
Oh, don't give him a mic, please. Cause the way
I'm
he
saying,
be,
don't put Fox. You know what Fox gonna do? Cut the footage. Cut it. Cut
but
the
see that,
footage.
but that's the great thing about October. We're going to USA. Get to cussing. I don't care. They don't care on USA. They say shit, fuck, ass, pussy, and dick at 9 p.m. So
Really? Oh,
yes,
let me see those last two.
and you get 4. I know with the Chucky series, you get 4 fucks a season, I think, or it's between 4 to 12 a season. And if there's 8 episodes in a season, I remember one episode they just squeezed mad fucks into an episode of Chucky, just to get like the season quota. So
Like
they
we
don't
gotta
really.
get, we gotta reach the deadline.
So they don't really care over there. It's kind of like with AEW, like when the crowd starts cheering "Holy shit" and "Oh fuck" and all of that stuff. They don't bleep it out because TBS doesn't really have those type of restrictions after a certain time. With Fox, you still have those restrictions until the fucking news comes on. And then
On
Fox,
Fox comes
you
on.
can have Fox isn't necessarily cable television either. Like you can get Fox without having cable. So you need cable to watch USA. So
Screen
there the
and the show at 9:52. Here comes Fox news, bro. Why are you telling me this news 8 minutes before? It's 8 minutes of commercials, 8 minutes of pizza commercials. Like what did you could have fit more SmackDown in there?
So we might get like an extra 5 to 10 minutes on SmackDown on Fridays maybe, because I know they go over a little bit with NXT over on USA as well. And then oh god, I don't know how they're gonna do this with the CW. First of all, wrestling is just gonna be on too many different channels for me come
Hmm.
2025. Netflix, the CW, and USA.
That's why I was hoping they put everything on Netflix. That would have been. Well, obviously, I can say it'd be easier, but business wise, it's probably a big hassle.
Well,
But
NXT is gonna be like doing arenas and stuff now.
that's so great.
It's gonna be
That
so
is
much extra money.
amazing.
But rest in peace, the free tickets to the PC.
Oh yeah, I know they hurt right now.
the first two um the first 2 episodes have been announced. The first week is going to have CM Punk, and the second week is going to have Randy Orton. So you guys have fun out there in Chicago and St. Louis at NXT. And y'all better show up and show the fuck out. And y'all better know y'all chants for y'all wrestlers. Don't piss me off. Because we could take that shit right back to the PC and give you niggas nothing around the world. And I'm not playing.
NXT correspondent right there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
know the
like,
rundown.
I really feel like as far as Stand and Deliver and Deadline went, because those are the 2 NXT shows that I've been to, those crowds have been fairly good. And even with the call-ups, like when Lyra got called up, the crowd knew where to put the woos at during her entrance. I was very proud of my city. That means that y'all watched the product. Um, and then from there on, it worked. Um, but I don't know. I just need wrestling fans to get it together and stop being creepy. I'd appreciate that too. But that's asking for too much. That's
Damn.
asking for way too much. Hmm. Um,
Oh damn, so much.
you almost fell out your chair.
Look, yeah, it's on tipped over.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, all
Well,
right. So let's all relax, okay?
thank you.
Just talking about a little wrestling. Tony Khan feels like there's somebody out there in the world that is trying to sabotage AEW, and he doesn't realize that it's him.
Oh,
He doesn't realize that it's him.
does he know? Like, bro, he is the most. Who's out there? Who? Bro, stop looking out the window all the time.
You think?
Stop. You
You,
can if you look inside your house, you can see there's beautiful things happening inside the house. But you keep looking out the window. Oh, who's a free agent? Oh, Triple H is over there looking at me. I'm scared. Bro, what?
you were talking about a bunch of contracts ending over at AEW. I didn't hear about any of those aside from the Lucha Brothers. Are you Lucha Bros? Whatever the fuck. I don't know them people.
Ricky Starks wants to leave when his contract expires. They're not
Good.
expiring now. It was more so when their contract expired, they're leaving. None of them are like the only one that's coming up imminently is Bob. I think his contract expires like tomorrow. But as far as I know, Ricky and Daniel and Hook and Wardlow and all them, their contracts aren't close to expiring. But when they do, they're on the first thing smoking. Apparently, I don't know. Everything could change. But Rick, first of all, Tony Khan is just trying to slow Ricky Starks down. That's why he's not putting him on TV in the hopes that when he comes over to Raw or SmackDown, no one knows who he is. You know, which that can happen, but all it takes is for them to repackage him a little bit, and he's going to be a star either way. So it doesn't really matter. The same with Daniel Garcia and or Hook. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Daniel
But
Garcia
yes,
bring his ass to WWE. I'm going to be the loudest fan, okay? Loud, very loud. Loud.
I
Say
don't get
a
him.
I'm going to say a lot of things that shouldn't be said out loud. Um
All right, okay.
what? As far as Hook goes, if he comes, can we get Taz too?
Put Taz back in commentary. That would be nice.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That would be. Put Taz back on SmackDown. Come on, boy. Todd Grisham. Where's Todd Grisham at? I think he's in doing like UFC. I think
Well, they said that
maybe. I
once
don't know.
once SmackDown goes to USA, that Michael Cole will be joining us back on commentary.
Hey,
So I think USA just wants him as a whole.
that's real.
I just
That's
think that
real
they
right
want him
there.
as a whole. I enjoy him on SmackDown, so that would be really really cool. But yeah, if we can grab Hook, um, and bring him to NXT, and we could switch him and Booker out. Sorry, or we can make it a 3-man at the table.
Oh
Uh,
no, no three. Please, no three.
oh, no
No
3 for
three.
NXT.
No, too many voices.
Did,
I
didn't they
hate
have
three.
didn't they have 3 before? Like when Renee was doing commentary for NXT during Black and Gold.
They they've had three during most. They've done three so much. There's three in the video game. They
Yeah,
do
that's
three
true.
all the time.
Yeah, Corey, Sax, and Cole.
I hate three. There's too many people talking to me. I even do it. They got freaking uh um oh my god, what's his name?
I
They
was so
got Jim Ross,
happy.
they got Taz, and freaking oh
Tony.
no, the bro with the mask. Who listen all the
Uh,
well he used to do all the matches all fast.
Oh,
I forget bro's
I just
name.
I just
Damn.
know I just remember Tony just calling Mariah just a flat out bitch. She said something to him about that on Dynamite this week. I haven't watched Dynamite this week yet, but she said she made a reference to, she was like, I can speak, bitch. And I was just like,
He was
oh.
not happy with her.
He was real tight. We have to talk about why
It's
her
like,
and
oh
Tony
come on.
Storm. We have to talk about why her and Tony Storm look so much alike. This shit's scary.
What is his name?
What, the luchador that's at the table? We're
Yeah.
both at computers, you know.
I'm trying to think.
No, you don't have to think we have
But with
computers.
the mask. We have to
I'm gonna type in something crazy. AEW commentators. Yeah, I didn't have to do all the extras. Um, Excalibur.
That's it. Excalibur, yeah. Dang, I forgot his name.
Well,
That's his name.
when you look up the commentators for All Elite Wrestling, um, Tony Schiavone, Taz, Jim Ross, Renee, Ian, Excalibur, CM Punk, Jim Cornette, Alex Mendez, uh, Kevin Kelly, and Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon. Do that then. Vince McMahon. What? When did Vince ever say a word on CBS? want to know. I want to find me Vince on Dynamite. I want to quickly.
That's why I kept reading them. Why is he here?
Who in the world said, "Hey, Vince is here on Dynamite tonight"? Tune in.
Ariana, what are you doing here?
Man, what, bro? I know his son didn't make show up, but I ain't never heard.
What the fuck is Shane doing? What is Shane
playing
doing?
the long game.
I mean,
Buy AW.
I understand that he wants to come back to WWE, but his brother-in-law is like, I don't know what the fuck we could do with you, so nah, like, sit down. But to go talk to Tony and then that photo leak and y'all look like y'all ain't supposed to be in the same room together, it looked like a mom walking in on her son beating off. Like, that's what that picture looked like.
All right.
It looked like a what you doing type of picture.
Oh, what you doing?
Like the door was just unlocked and she walked in. Dick out in hand.
I don't even think that it was like someone who just busted in the door. I think they're just mad that he took the picture. It was like, really, bro? Why you do that?
Tony looked like he was
like
having a conversation he wasn't supposed to be having. That's what Tony looked like.
What we're gonna do is whoa. Tony kind of always looked like he doing something he shouldn't be doing. That's like his temperament.
AEW.
Every time I look at him, he looks surprised.
AEW, please. You guys are still hiring for all those positions that I applied for. I would like to be on your graphics team so I can fix y'all's fucking website because I hate it.
That shit like a Squarespace ad. That shit ad.
It's terrible. Like I'm looking at it.
No, this is Squarespace.
Why? Like, I fucking hate this shit, man. Like, you have your champions at the top. Cool. Very, very cool. Like, everything is where it's supposed to be. And then you get men's roster. No, mix your roster together and keep it in alphabetical order. Why do you have to have it men's and women's separated? This is just too much. And then everything is like in this nasty, like, up and down, like, brick thing. So it's like 1, 2, there's 5 people to a row. There's mad niggas on this roster. If y'all don't get Billy Gunn out of here,
I think AEW may need Squarespace.
that shit says daddy ass. I fucking hate it here.
Don't call it Squarespace, Tony.
Chris Jericho really does look like Zoidberg without the fucking shell. It's so disgusting. He does. Dante Martin, the man that you are. I don't understand this. It's just an up and down. The stats on here aren't updated.
They got rid of the rankings about 4 weeks after they brought him back because we all knew that was goofy.
Also, Tony Khan, release Keith Lee. Thank you.
I don't even care if bro comes back or not. I just want to make sure bro is healthy because I ain't seen that man in a long time. He's making me nervous. I'm scared.
Well, Michin is making sure he's eating, so.
That's real.
Release Malachi.
Ha! That man is stuck in purgatory.
Do you want to? His career is 49-12.
That doesn't even sound right. And if it is, that's crazy.
It says singles 3-1, tag 3-1, and then trio 6-1. His overall for 2024 is 12-3.
Like, there's no point in doing that.
I don't like the way that your hand went up.
This makes every time I talk about this company, this gives me a headache, bro.
You should not have Brody Lee still on your roster. He's passed away. So it's time to take this and make a different page for people. Like, you should have an alumni page. Like, not even joking. He should not still be up here. His career is 11-3. Orange Cassidy's numbers are nasty. This man has had, this shit says 161, 48-2. So is the two disqualifications? I'm confused.
No, it's a tie. I don't
Are you
know.
serious?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, I was about to say, what the fuck?
I just said it. I don't know what it is. I guess it's DQ. Maybe it's a draw. Sometimes they do Yeah, they may be a draw. 'Cause they do time limit draws sometimes.
This is a
It
really,
could be a
really,
draw.
this is a really, really nice picture of Big Show. Too bad his legs don't work.
Well,
Prince Nana doesn't need to be on the men's roster. He's a manager. Like what the? This is making me angry. This is making me very, very like all the managers shouldn't be a part of the men's roster. They don't wrestle. They're fucking valets. Oh, look at Sting.
Oh, Stinger, man.
Has he been in a tag team the entire time he was on the roster? Because his singles
For
say
the most
zero.
part.
His singles say 0-0, and then his tag team says 4-0.
And probably, yeah. I know he didn't lose at all.
Yeah, his career overall is 29-0.
It was probably him and Darby the entire time, or for the most part. I feel like he had one-on-one match. Or maybe not. I don't know. I know the bulk was definitely tag matches. I don't know.
Ospreay 17-3 for his overall in 2024. His career average is 25-6.
Ooh.
Ospreay.
It just did.
Ha!
I was told that Osprey, Okada, and Mercedes were going to change AEW for the better, and they are in fact losing ratings, and I know why, and it's what I was telling people about for months. But then I just hate wrestling when I was trying to warn AEW fans about what possibly could happen to their glorious company.
Well,
And
wrestling
it's
fans don't want to
happening.
listen to a black man, so there's that. What happened to
Just
Deanna
listen to
Peraza?
someone who's right.
What happened to
I
Deanna
don't know.
Peraza? You know?
Maybe on Collision or Ring of Honor or one of them miscellaneous shows. Yeah.
Well, she has a match coming up this week, but it's just like, what happened? Like, they pushed her in Tony's face. Tony beat her ass, and then that was it. Y'all are like
Because
try
there's no
like
continuity.
Tony does this thing where he tries to like he'll bring in old people from like WWE and try and like revive their old rivalry and then like have whoever he likes the most win and then just like throw the other person to the wayside. What the fuck did you sign me for? What
What
did
do
you
you think
sign me
Ricochet's
for?
first major match is going to be?
Osprey.
All right. And let's hope that Bob doesn't. If Bob does go to AEW, let's hope they don't find someone that he may
He's
have had
going
a
to
match with.
TNA.
Either. I hope so. I really hope so
Or
because
he
they're
may
going to turn him
resign.
into Big Black Man 84. Even better. But they're going to turn Bobby into Big Black Man 84, generic man, walking out there, tag team with Powerhouse Hobbs, from the Big Black Jack group. That's what they're going to do. They're going to put they're going to
Athena's
do
been
it,
broken for a
and
year and a half.
she's in Ring of Honor forever. She's never coming out of there.
But
That's over with.
her
And
career
no one has talked
overall
about how
what?
no one has talked about how Ring of Honor has completely lost all of its steam since Tony Khan bought it. It was the hottest when Tony Khan said, "I bought it," and then what? And then what happened?
He Tony Khan did.
You know, and then people say, "Oh, there's good matches on there." There can be great matches on there. All that's cool. That's great. They
They don't
have
even
great
have
wrestlers on
a
the entire AEW roster.
they don't even have like a TV deal.
No, and they're not even working towards a TV deal because they're on the way to losing the one with Dynamite because no one's watching the show. And you know why people aren't watching Dynamite anymore? Because they're turning into WWE Light. And AEW's entire identity since 2019 has been we are not WWE. And all of that has been completely pushed to the wayside for WWE. That's why Tony Khan went on public record and called WWE they're freaky, man. That's cool. Well, it's not cool, but I understand why you said that, Tony.
It's cool. Well, it's not. You know what I meant.
It's not cool at all. Yeah, it's not cool at all.
You know what I meant.
It's not cool at all. But Tony said that I understand why he said that. And then months later, they asked, "Hey, you want to team up with company you called Freaking Man?" Yeah. Why would you? Huh? That was Tony's chance to say, "No." You want me to say it again? What I think about them? But no, he can't do that because for some reason the obsession is still there. And when they ask him these questions to make him stand on AEW, he doesn't do it. You know what I'm saying? He calls them all the mean names. He calls them
Mhm.
all the names again, which are warranted because we all understand what he was. I'm not going to say the man's name, but we all knew what he was alluding
Well,
to.
well, I said his name earlier, so.
No, I'm talking about the man he compared Vince to.
Uh,
Yes, I'm not going to say his name, but we all understand the kind of what Tony Khan was trying to get at there.
that guy
All
has a
right,
fucking like walker with golf balls on it in jail. That's hilarious to me. Suffer, you stupid bitch. Um,
we all knew what he was trying to get at with that. All right,
yeah,
leave that there.
that was
For
terrible.
months later, for you to say, "All right, let's go work with them now," for what? They don't need you. They barely need anything. They're on cruise control right now.
Me personally, I would just be like, I just want all my talent to come the fuck back because y'all wilding over there and
They
yeah,
can't.
just not doing what the fuck y'all supposed to be doing.
And then there's fans trying to tell us that, oh, y'all don't know about business. Y'all don't know about AEW. That is correct. I have no idea about the inner workings of the business of AEW. I don't work there. I am just a spectator, as everyone else is.
Yeah.
But guess what? You have multiple superstars who used to work there go
Hmm.
on an interview and say, "Hey, fans, let me tell you something. That place is not a place of business. They are a place where we just go to get money and to wrestle sometimes.
Mm,
And
mm,
there's no structure."
get money. Sorry. Anytime somebody says that, I just immediately think of Kevin Hart. I'm so sorry.
Like that's what it is. Mercedes didn't care so much. She went on the interview before she signed and said, "Hey, I ain't gonna stay for a little this little, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay over here for a little bit, you know. I'm gonna get some money real quick, you know. I'm gonna come on back." She said that before she even stepped out. So how in the world am I supposed to see this like anything else? CM Punk said, "Hey, they wilding over there, bro. It you know what I'm saying? It's not good stuff that's going on over there as far as business goes." So if CM Punk said it and Mercedes alludes to it before she even signs up there, what are we talking about here? And I understand that there's problems in every company. You know what I'm saying? Triple H is doing a lot of goofy things over there. I ain't gonna cap to you. But there's a difference. One is losing steam and one is not. And you could lead that saying, "Oh yes, WWE has a 50-year head start." They do. They I would if I saw someone running and they had a 50-year head start of me running, I'm probably not going to chase them. I'm going to run the other way or make my own path. But AEW was making their own path until they stopped. Until they stopped.
Do you think that has something to do with like when Cody left, or did that happen prior to Cody leaving?
Cody was the first domino to fall because Cody was one of the main people who made AEW.
Right. That's what I'm
He's
saying. Like,
he's one of the yeah.
do you think that the fall started after he returned to WWE?
Yes, it started when Cody left, and then they
Oof,
caught something.
Jesus. Look at him.
They caught something when CM Punk showed up. And they had it. They were like, "Oh, this is it." Then people started getting bit by dogs and punching people, and then it got real dark out. And then what they had with CM Punk, a WWE talent, by the way, they lost that too. So now their only hope is MJF. And I don't care about that ankle tattoo. Tattoos can get removed, altered. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, it's a negative space tattoo for a reason. He's gonna leave and fill that bitch the fuck in.
That's going to be the first thing he shows when he shows up on Monday Night Raw. He's gonna lift his leg up. Hey, it's too. The only people who are never going back are the people like Chris Jericho, who wants to see him come back.
I want to see him hit a fucking gym properly.
I don't want to see him hit anything. Don't hit anything. Uh, Tony Storm may not come back, and I don't want Tony Storm to ever go back because the last image I have of Tony Storm is when Charlotte threw a pie in her face, and I was really angry with that because that was just a humiliation tactic. I didn't appreciate that at all. Tony Storm did not deserve that, or anyone for that matter. But and she's the best thing AEW has going on right now. No competition. I'm sorry. She's the best thing to have man or woman going on at, and that's just what it is. So she should never leave AEW. But but
Somebody come get my uncle off of Twitter, please.
what?
At Wrong Killings on Twitter tweeted at 5:45 p.m. I just might start an OnlyFans and sell pics
Oh,
of my feet. I'm only sharing a thought I had. That's all. That's the tweet.
only truth. Real. All right.
Somebody come get my uncle off of Twitter.
But yeah, man, the entire identity of AEW has been lost multiple different times. And now I fear they're at the point where they can't get it back because they're too deep in let's try to get back at Triple H when Triple H, for the most part, isn't even looking at them anymore. And I don't think Tony Khan realizes that, or he does realize that he just doesn't care because he's too deep in. But there's no free agent that can save you from what's happening with AEW right now. And the ratings are dropping. People are tuning out, and they don't want to watch AEW anymore because there's no longer a need to watch AEW anymore. There's no longer a need for an alternative because the alternative was the alternative to Vince McMahon. So once Vince McMahon leaves, I'm not saying Triple H is perfect, but he's not.
You just started
He's not.
walling in my ear. Holy shit.
What?
Oh, you started screaming. I was just like, oh my God.
Because it makes me angry. Everyone acts like they just forget how AEW started. AEW was a diss track to Vince McMahon. So if they're trying to diss Vince McMahon, it says, "Nah, I lost, and I'm going to leave now." Who are you dissing? And you can try to diss Triple H, but Triple H is a better rapper than Tony Khan is. So Tony got Vince out the way, and now Tony's trying to get Triple H out the way, but Tony ain't got no bars for Triple H. In fact, all of Tony Khan's bars that he tries to throw, Triple H is flipping them. You know what the equivalent of that is? All the young superstars that AEW has, the Ricky Starks and the Daniel Garcias and the Hooks, they're just going to go over to WWE
Word.
in a single file line, in a Soul Train line, maybe with Don Cornelius.
He's dead.
I know, but he'll be there in spirit.
Oh. I found
But that's the
something that you might be
what you
interested
find.
in that we'll talk about off the pod. That's in
Oh,
relation to gaming. So,
oh, okay.
yeah, something that we might want to attend. Um, I love when you go off on these AEW rants. I just want to say to Willow Nightingale, I want to hug. I missed my opportunity to hug you in Philly, and I regret it every day. Um, that's all. I just want to hug. The women's roster is a lot shorter than the men's roster, but they should definitely like attempt to mix these in together.
That's
Oh,
why I'm mad because like AEW has so much good, but Tony Khan's view isn't. He's not showing the good as much as I think he should. Ooh, bars.
um, GCW tickets are on sale. GCW will be in my city in September. I will be purchasing a ticket to said show,
What day of the week is
and
that?
it is the 21st. I believe it's a Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. September 21st. Hold on. Uno momento, por favor. Uh, yes. Nope. That's a Saturday. Yeah.
Mm,
And then there's a show in Philly the day before. So if you would like to go to a GCW show, you have fun with that. Um.
I probably will not be.
Oh wait, am I coming home that day? I'm coming home that day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be going to GCW when I come from Philly. So instead of us going in Philly, I'll just go in Connecticut. And I was looking at the prices. Not terrible prices. Am I in the I'm in the correct server, correct? Yes. Where did the screenshot of the prices go? Because I posted it this morning. Boom, found it. So yeah, front row was $79. Second row was 64. Third row, 59. Fourth row is 54. Is the stage front row 69, 64 second, 64 third, and then general admission standing room is 39. I will not be standing any fucking where during anybody's wrestling show ever because I have bad feet. So I will be getting me a second row seat. I would have done first, but they like to throw people at the crowd at GCW, and I'll throw a fucking tantrum before I let a human body hit me. And I'm for real. No, no, I'll scream.
It doesn't sound fun. It does not sound pleasant.
No. Can you imagine a fucking 275-pound man, grown man, being thrown into a small petite woman like myself? I'm not petite, but like you get what I'm saying. Fuck.
Yeah,
I'm a
I don't think
fucking
that should be
princess.
happening.
I will scream very, very loudly. And I believe that they also like do their shows on they like broadcast their shows too.
I never watched a
So
GCW show before.
oh they be wildin'. Have you ever seen those clips of people like getting uh apartment lights like cracked over their fucking skulls?
Oh, the big light tubes. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
see,
that's
that's not my type of
GCW.
sport.
Yep, sure is. Yep, GCW. They niggas be fucking throwing each other on a fucking barbed wire and some more shit. Yeah, they be wildin'. But the main reason why I'm going is because I do want to see Zilla before he touches WWE. And that's the home skillet biscuit, you know? He keeps finding my social media. So we finna lock in September. It's about to be the homie for. Since everybody else gets to fucking meet Zilla all random as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my chance too before he becomes Mr. Big Time.
It's a lot of shit. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what they got going on. It's making it's stressing me out. But maybe if they sign Shane, he'll be like a head of creative. Maybe just maybe he can save it. Don't really trust it as far as I can throw it, but anything
AEW
helps at
doesn't
this
even
point.
really have storylines. They just throw motherfuckers in the ring and be like, y'all gonna beef this week. And then y'all gonna have a match and hopefully it's good. And then we're gonna like never have you guys interact ever again. And one of you might disappear. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but
Well,
like that's the fucking formula. I didn't say anything wrong. It's just, you
listed their whole mission statement
know.
out there about silence and everybody.
It's just kind of crazy. I don't know. Yeah, what it
Nah,
is.
man, it's just that's what the most frustrating thing about it is that they can fix it. It's just a matter of are they going to? And I don't trust that they're going to because it doesn't seem like they know there's a problem. And every time I notice that, hey, ratings, hey, people don't want to watch the show anymore. That's an issue. Hey, I'm trying to help. They start booing me. It's like, okay, but I'm the only one trying to help here. We can't just making excuses. Oh, nah, it's the Olympics. Oh nah, it's summertime outside. Oh nah, the sun. That's why people didn't turn on TBS. What? That was the excuse for this week because the ratings were really low this week, and they said it was because of the Olympics. Meanwhile, mad wrestling shows have been on while the Olympics were on, and the only one that was quote unquote altered was AEW. And if Dynamite is losing viewers, then what do you think? Rampage, oh not Rampage, freaking Collision and well, yeah, is it Rampage? It's Collision and might be Rampage. It might be Rampage. Yep, it is Rampage. If Dynamite's losing viewers, then you know Rampage and Collision are losing viewers. So with it, there's a problem. That's all. I'm not calling anybody trash. I'm saying there's a problem. We need to fix it. But I can't say that, or they're gonna boo me. They're gonna call me a WWE show, and it's like you can call me what you want, but I'm trying to help out. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Somebody has to, because the AEW fans seem like they don't want to, because they're just trying to act like the fire isn't on fire. But listen, when that happens, the only time you'll realize it is when it's all burned down, and that'll be too late. And I don't want it to get to that point, but we're almost there. And we're almost there, and there's nothing anyone can do about it, unfortunately, except Tony Khan. So please do something, sir. I promise you. In the scenario in which AEW just fails to exist anymore for a long amount of time, there's going to be a lot of weird things being said on the timeline, and it's going to turn into like a war against the people who saw it coming. So I saw how they acted when NXT beat them. That wasn't a good night.
What the fuck? Oh, sorry.
No, why are you saying profanities?
Time to turn WWE speed up another notch. Excited to announce that the WWE Speed Women's Championship Tournament will
Hey,
premiere September 4th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time exclusively on X. So, there's going to be another women's belt coming, but it's not going to be shown on TV.
hey. They're trying to test the waters. They're trying to test the waters. Trying to test the waters. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. I believe in them. Maybe I don't know. They may just say no, and I'll get really angry.
A new women's main roster title that's not going to be shown on any cable network.
Just wait on it.
They're
Just wait
only
on it.
going to mention it in passing. Gonna bang my head.
Who's the speed champion now? Andrade?
Yes, I'm gonna bang my head on the table.
Oh, that's funny.
Mm,
I wish they moved it
mm.
to YouTube.
Nah, get your ass on Twitter.
No,
Watch these
no,
motherfucking matches.
I will not.
That shit
I will
is
not sit there from 12 to
oh,
12:15
that
watching
shit.
them do mad finishes real quick. No, no.
I enjoy watching speed tapings. I'm not gonna watch it on Twitter. I'd rather sit there in person. I remember being at like one of the first 4 tapings because they had already did some prior, and then I think mine's was like episode 3 and 4. Um, and that was before Ricochet won the champion, before he was the inaugural champion. Um, and it's pretty dope. One of the matches they let get down to like the buzzer, and it was kind of cool. Um, and they filmed those before SmackDown. So I really feel like SmackDown gets like the short end of the sticks when it comes to shit, because with Raw you have main event, and then you have 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. And then with SmackDown, you have speed tapings, SmackDown, and then 2 dark matches. Get the fuck out. Where's my 3rd hour? Because y'all let us in at 6:45 for SmackDown. We don't get out until like 10:30. So why not just make that extra TV time? We can make SmackDown 2.5 hours. Because
Okay, I
Mr.
agree.
Mr. Bobby Lashley Baby Oil here doesn't want SmackDown to be 3 hours. But I can take the extra
And
30.
yeah, that's
Huh?
why Bob's a good man. That's why Bob's a good man.
What's up?
This is my hot take too.
I was talking about you not wanting it to have extra 30 minutes.
Oh,
Not
oh, me,
actually
yeah,
Bobby
yeah.
Lashley.
Oh, I thought he said it too.
No.
I'll text him. I'll text him. He probably said yeah.
Fucking God.
But nah, I do not think there should be 3 hours of wrestling on a weekly show.
Boo.
3 hours is too much, and it's weird because now SmackDown is bad, but the show that Triple H said that he didn't like booking for 3 hours, now Raw is just excellent. So what's going on there, sir?
Well, I think SmackDown is going to kick it back up now that Roman is back. I think we were in limbo because he wasn't there, and everything with SmackDown felt flat. Because I'm going to continue to say this, they didn't have to write for the champion for 4 fucking years. That nigga was writing his own goddamn story. Now y'all have to pick y'all pins up, and y'all don't know what the fuck to do because y'all haven't had to write for 4 fucking years. And obviously, Cody's not putting in on his own goddamn creative. I don't understand why he's not doing that, but neither here nor there. And that roster feels fucking flat. Y'all throwing Carmelo Hayes into these random ass fucking squash matches every goddamn week. Y'all should not be doing that. Y'all should be elevating him because he's great. Say nothing. Like y'all are trying to push Michin, but y'all are also putting her in fucking squash matches to get over other talent, which does not need to be done. A-Town down wherever the fuck is slowly falling apart, but y'all won't pull the fucking trigger just yet. What the fuck else? Street Profits have been in limbo since Bobby's been fucking hurt. Goddamn, Legado del Disney Fantasmic has fucking they've also fell flat since the LWO is no longer a part of the fucking roster. Y'all don't know what to do with this roster anymore. And I'm tired of looking at Tiffany Stratton trail behind Nia Jax. Put the big three back together.
Come up with that belt tonight.
Put the big three back together. Yes. Get the women's tag titles back on fucking SmackDown because they were actually doing something with them. Like, do not kinda eat dick. Like, do something. Okay. Like something. Like, y'all had the tag titles go over to NXT. That match was ass. If that was Jade and Bianca versus Jakara and Lash, ha!
Standing on the couch.
What? You know what y'all ratings would have looked like that fucking week? Y'all are bringing NXT stars into Speed because apparently Javon's done like 2 episodes already. Y'all had one half of the male tag team at NXT do Speed. Like, y'all don't know what to do, like, with the SmackDown roster. Y'all can pick people to do shit. Y'all can. And it, honestly, and I'm gonna say it, I don't give a fuck who screams. If y'all are going to end up splitting the women's tag team champions, because there's absolutely no reason why NXT doesn't have any. Fuck Ronda Rousey. I hope she stays where the fuck she's at for 5 ever and never comes back. If y'all do decide to do that, y'all should make a trio tag title. Y'all have a bunch of women's factions that consist of 3 women. Add an extra belt. That would be wonderful. Do something. Because we can go ahead and give the big 3 a trios title. Oh my god, black women with belts. Oh my god, I just scared the fuck out of Triple H. Oh my god. Please, do something with the blue brand, please. It's actually is the A show, but it's getting the B show treatment as of right now because y'all don't know what the fuck to do because y'all aren't creative. I don't see any hiring for creative writing on the website. Y'all are lucky. I have notebooks and notepads from when I was in like middle school. I've gotten A pluses on creative writing on all tests. Give me a pen and some paper. I'll do the work. Because there's no reason why Fridays should feel flat as fuck.
Hey,
And
Triple H, if you
eventually,
let me,
and
like I said,
eventually, y'all are gonna have to move Jay Uso back to Fridays. So is that the turn up y'all waiting for?
you let me and Lisha into that damn office building for 24 hours, I bet you we'll change those shows. I bet you we flip this shit back the way it's supposed to be. 24 hours. That's all I need. That's all we need.
I'll take the 3 hour
24 hours
train.
in there.
I'll take the 2.5 hour train ride. I promise you, I will.
I'll walk. I don't care. When I get there, everybody's staying at attention.
I know.
They'll all get paid as well.
I know. I know of the two buildings that I could walk into in Stamford. Okay, like I said, by train it's 2.5 hours. By car, it's an hour. I will get in that building and have a key card. Y'all have to do better. Enough is enough. Friday nights SmackDown should smack down, bitches. Do you have any like closing thoughts? We've been like yapping for like an hour. It's 7:15. SmackDown starts in 45 minutes. I don't think I'm wearing makeup. I don't feel like wearing makeup. I have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm not wearing makeup. And everything else. I think I have everything
Um,
else set up.
Triple H, my last grievance with you. I didn't forget. Tony Khan started it, and Triple H, you need to finish it. I don't care about why this didn't happen. I need it to happen now. Jade is on your roster. Get Bow Wow on the phone. Get him on the phone and finish the rivalry that Tony Khan started. I'm not playing. I don't
I
care
would
about no logistics.
I I would low
I
key
don't care
like to
about a concert.
see. I would like to see Soldier Boy and Randy battle it out in the ring. I don't know if you know about that 2020 Twitter feud. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but that wasn't hot enough for me.
Um,
It was funny, but it wasn't like
Randy said his
I
dick
want to be.
was his. He said his dick was taller than Soldier Boy. That shit was funny.
If Soldier Boy walked there telling me some you, I would be very happy. I would be very Soldier Boy NXT. Oh my god! Actually, Red was one thing. Soldier Boy, he invented the internet.
I need her to be
You know
on
what I'm
time in
saying?
places.
Oh yes, Bow Wow, like Mike, Shad Moss, Calvin Cambridge, um, boy who was yelling at his best friend on the roof on lottery ticket. Um, whatever movies was he in? Oh god, whatever movies Bow Wow in.
Mm-hmm.
Was he in this Christmas? No, that's Chris Brown. Whatever movies the Bow Wow in. Um,
Roll bounce.
Roll Bounce, yeah, Roll Bounce. The movie movie with Charlie Murphy and Mike Epps. That's Roll Bounce, ain't it? Yeah,
Uh,
106 in Park.
Tokyo Drift.
He was in Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, he was 100% in Fast and Furious, and he was in the most recent one too. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I
When they
stopped
brought
watching after Paul
they,
Walker died.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, that was it. Once I saw John Cena and Vin Diesel flying cars on the moon, I was like, yeah, nah, enough of this. We ain't talking about racing no more. They trying to save the world because of a stone. Like, nah, bro, I'm cool off that. But yeah, Jay Cargill, Chad Moss, WrestleMania 41. Thank you for that. All I got. Oh, and
Well,
stop booking Carmelo Hayes to lose to Andrade,
I think
please.
that was just to prove to Carmelo that he wasn't as great as he think he is. I think that was supposed to be. Those were like humbling matches. He's gonna be all right.
I'm not gonna be all right. I almost cried last week.
You did a lot
Almost
of
won that match.
you did a lot of crying last week, huh?
Yeah, it was an emotional week for me.
Thanks for the 1,000 views on YouTube.
All right.
Dom, do it again. I need more content.
Do it again. We'll do what again? Be sad? I can't just turn on the sad. I was
No,
sad.
no. I told Dom to do it again.
Oh, that's even worse. Why would you say that? No, Dom, don't do it again. You know what? Cut the cameras, bro. I gotta get in the shower. Cut the cameras. I'm about to go cry in the shower.
Anyway, thank y'all for tuning into this week's episode of the Wrasslin Room. We did good for two people coming off of a 2-week hiatus. An hour and 15 minutes is not bad. You can listen to this podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, I guess. Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, iHeart, Apple Podcasts. Go follow me on all social medias at Lysha Maurice X3, except for Instagram, that's Blue Rebel X3. He's gonna say a bunch of foolishness, so I'm gonna talk for him. All his socials are are Laf Not Famous. What?
My socials are.
See, I knew you was about to do some fuck shit. That's why I decided to talk for you. Huh?
But I didn't do that.
Oh. I'm glad you waited till the end of the episode to act ass. Hmm?
I said none.
Okay. Once again, congratulations to everyone who won at SummerSlam over the weekend. Welcome back, Roman Reigns. Nick Nemeth is your TNA champion, and don't you fucking forget it. And the Judgment Day has fucking crumbled. Yeah. So that's it. We'll talk to you guys. What was that?
Judgment Day is just a remix, even though they aren't judging a damn thing. There's nothing. No judging is gonna be
The
happening.
Judgment Day is Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. That is the Judgment Day.
I thought they're
No,
what's their name?
no, we're not. They're not just the Terror Twins. They are the Judgment Day with Edge, but he's not in the company anymore. So.
With Edge. Yo, if
Yeah.
Edge comes back, I'll knock everything over. I've missed that guy.
Adam Copeland better not show up on my Monday. He better take his ass back to
Yes.
Wednesdays and jumping off of cages and shit. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my goat, but I need him to get his shit together.
Come back. They need 3. We need 3 again. This is how we started. That's my favorite rendition of the Judgment Day.
What, the original?
Yes. I was locked in when everyone was calling that theme song bad. I was like, nah, this is heat. And then everyone's like, oh, now the song. Now everyone's singing on sing it now. The first time I heard that song, I was like, nah, this is a certified hood classic right here. I ain't gonna lie.
Certified hood classic.
Going straight on my iPod.
Well, we'll see you guys next week. Yeet!